Ben, it was a disappointing result today. What were your thoughts on the game?
Frustrating, really. Thought we actually started off really well. For the first sort of 15-20 minutes, 20 minutes I'd say, I thought we were really good. Obviously, come to press us, and I thought we dealt with that really well. We played through them quite well, and some really good chances. And Dan's had a couple of really good chances. I thought he did well though, Dan. Making his sort of first start for us as well, and he's a lot of promise there. He's got a lot to learn, but the signs were really good from him. So I thought we were really good until the sending off, and then obviously it changes the game, and it's difficult. Then I didn't see the goal, so I can't really comment on conceding the goal. But difficult after that, really.
Just before that red card, you said about chances. Dan Kemp had a great chance. He dragged wide. It's good that you started well. It looked like it was going to be maybe a win today.
Yeah. Sorry, is that a question? Yeah. It did. You felt really good about it. Felt really good about it. Friday night under the lights. But credit to them. Look, it's not easy. They're fighting for their lives as well, aren't they? This afternoon's result elsewhere has made them do that. So they were going to come here with everything they've got, with honesty, with integrity of what they want to do. So it was never going to be an easy game. You know that. Like I say, it's a shame. It's ruined, really. But I have no qualms about being sent off, by the way. I think it is a sending off. I think in the build-up we can do a lot better though.
And in that second half, I'm not sure how much of it you saw, but you still had chances. You disappointed not to get something from the game?
I think the second half was admirable to a point, but a little bit of a whimper as well. I think that, look, if you've got something in the game and it's a draw, you can sort of understand where you're going to be a bit more pensive and a little bit more not as giving away as much, if you like. When we're losing the game, there's got to be points in the game where you start to actually go after them a little bit more, and I don't think we really did that. I think we kind of accepted a little bit. We're kind of a little bit passive, a little bit sort of laissez-faire, and we didn't get at them enough. And I think that it's not easy. I'm not saying it is, but there's certainly opportunities when we could go and pressure them an awful lot more and get at them a little bit more as well. One or two half chances really. I think it's a penalty, by the way, as well. I think Billy's is the wrong side of it. I'd argue it's no different to the one we got sent off for, but if this one's in the box, I don't know why he would go to ground if he's that side of him, because he ordinarily would score there, because the defender's wrong side of him. But it is what it is. I think there's many lessons to be learned there. It's not every time we go down to 10 quite early on in the game, and we've got to manage that a little bit better, I'd say. On the pitch, on the pitch, it's got to be leadership. It's got to be a little bit more people. Riling people up a little bit more and organising on the pitch as well. Can't always come from outside the pitch.
And after that red card, you were forced into a substitution, bringing off Louis Carr. Was that a difficult decision? Because he's played quite well in recent weeks.
It needs must, isn't it, at that point? You've got to go with a little bit more defensive cover. And obviously Jed was on the bench to come on and do that. And we were obviously mixing the team up a little bit tonight, because obviously there's a game in 2 days' time as well, so it was trying to get the best out of the squad, if you like, as well. So not really a reflection on anyone's performance, so it was just trying to keep people fresh for Monday, which clearly hasn't worked.
And another sub, Brian Garzon, returned today. Was it good to see him back after injury?
Yeah, it is, because Brian, it's been really stop-start for him, hasn't it? Coming out of a really stellar season last season to having a real bit part this season. It's just been hasn't really got going this season for us when he's come back here, after going elsewhere, and again it's not really clicked for him anywhere else as well. So his season, he'd probably be quite frustrated with it. And when we sold Archie in January, that it's obviously prime for him to come in and replace him, and he's 20 minutes into the Kiplington game, he injures his hamstring. We don't see him again for about 8-9 weeks. So tough to take, and he's an important player. Like, you get a fit Brian Garzon at this level, who's firing on all cylinders. There's not anyone better in that position, in my opinion. There's other bits to his game that he needs to add, but ability-wise, he's some player.
And just curious, with the run-in now, your spot in this league pretty much confirmed for next season. How do you approach the next few games? Do you maybe look for giving some players an opportunity that don't normally play? Is it all about preparing for next season now?
I'd like to think we're safe. I think that was established quite a bit ago, but it's difficult. You always got one eye on the next season, I suppose. Certainly when you realise the the reality that is you're not going to go up or you're not going to go down. But ultimately, let players decide what they play. I'd say it to any young player, you make the manager's decision on. I can look for things, but ultimately you've got to be not knocking on my door literally, but with your performances, when you do get chances, when you're in training, everything about your makeup, your attitude, your body language, your enthusiasm, all of those things count, and they add up to an awful lot, and that's when you want to give players opportunity then. So ultimately it comes down to the players, their performances, who I pick, and for me it's very simple, it's meritocracy really, and if you're doing it, you're doing it, and if you're not, you're not.
Thanks very much, Ben.